So in today's video, I want to talk about Packers rookie Kamal Martin, why he may be the solution for the inside linebacker of the Green Bay Packers. But before we get into Kamal Martin and him coming back from injury this week and how well he played versus the Texans, I think it's important to go back and take a look at the Packers linebackers and how they've played so far this season. So as I was going through different news articles about the Packers, I came across a Sports Illustrated article titled Quarterbacks Playing Catch versus Packers Linebackers. And so this article basically goes in depth and talks about how well the Packers linebackers have played in pass coverage so far this season. And honestly, it's not great. So if we take a look at this quote from this article, it says, of the 77 off-the-ball linebackers to play at least 20% of the coverage snaps this season, 3 of the bottom 5 in terms of yards per coverage snap play for Green Bay. Ty Summers, a 7th-round pick last year, has given up a league-worst 2.15 yards per coverage snap. Chris Barnes, an undrafted free agent this year, is next to last with 1.99 yards. Christian Kirksey, who is on injured reserve for the 3rd time in as many years, is 5th from the bottom with 1.1. So as you can tell from those stats, the Packers have played some of the worst coverage when it comes to the linebacker position. Of course, we have, great cornerbacks, Jair Alexander being probably the best cornerback so far this season, and Kevin King has been great as well. And I saw a stat that said that Kevin King and Jair Alexander are basically the 5th best duo cornerbacks in the NFL. So of course, it would make sense that if quarterbacks have trouble throwing to those areas of the field, they would maybe try to pick apart maybe a more weak area of the Packers defense, was maybe the inside linebacker. So now let's take a look at Packers rookie Kamal Martin. So for those of you who don't know, Kamal Martin went to college at Minnesota, where he became a starter his sophomore season, having 42 tackles, 6.5 tackles for loss, so 1 interception and 2 forced fumbles. Then going on to his junior season, improving when it came to tackles with 59 tackles in 12 games his junior season. Then his final senior season, he was actually cut short after 8 games because of an injury, but was still named the honorable mention Big Ten player. Then the Packers come and decide, okay, Kamal Martin looks like a good linebacker. Let's draft this guy. So the Packers drafted Kamal Martin in the 5th round of the 2020 NFL Draft. And throughout all of training camp, there was lots of hype around Kamal Martin. He was impressing people. He seemed to be playing very well. And it was honestly in the cards that he could possibly start alongside Christian Kirksey. With, for a rookie coming out, being in the 5th round, to be able to do that, it was pretty shocking and pretty impressive from Kamal Martin. But unfortunately, after showing people how great he was in training camp, he gets a knee injury, has to have surgery, and is placed on the IR. But luckily for him, he was taken off of the IR and was able to play in his first NFL game ever on Sunday versus the Houston Texans, and he played very well. So he didn't play much in the first half just because the Packers were using Raven Green with Chris Barnes in more sub packages. So Kamal Martin was sort of on the sideline a little bit more during that period. So then Barnes ended up injuring his shoulder in the beginning of the 3rd quarter, which allowed Kamal Martin to go in. So he finished the day with 29 snaps, 6 tackles, and a tackle for loss. So a pretty good game for his first, time ever on an NFL field. And so now I want to take a look at an excerpt from an article from the Packers Wire talking about his performance in the game. It says, according to Pro Football Focus, Martin was the Packers' 2nd highest graded defensive player against the Texans. Of his 6 tackles, 3 were considered stops or a tackle constituting a failure for the offense. So the fact that it's his first game, he's the 2nd highest graded Packers defensive player, great job, Kamal Martin. And the quote goes on to say, on one play, Martin blew through the block attempt of tight end Darren Fells and helped stop David Johnson in the backfield. Later, he scraped down the line, shot into the gap, and drilled Johnson in the hole after 1 yard. So Kamal Martin was in there disrupting plays, coming in, making great tackles, stopping them behind the line, just doing an overall great job in his first game. And then I'll take a look at the quote from a head coach, Matt LaFleur, because of course the head coach, pretty important guy, and so I think his opinion is pretty valuable. So as you can see here, Matt LaFleur basically talking about his performance and what he liked about it. He said, just him flying around. He's a big physical presence out there, LaFleur said. Just need to get him more work, more reps in practice to get him comfortable so he knows what he's doing at all times. I see a guy with a lot of playmaking ability, really encouraged by what Kamal did yesterday. And so maybe this guy can be a guy that the Packers can really build around on their defense, considering he's a rookie. Maybe he's a guy that has the talent and the ability to come in, to cover well, to basically play all aspects of the game well. So I think that's very hopeful for this Packers team, who has, had some troubles when it comes to the linebacker position so far this season. So that's going to be all for today's video. I just want to say I appreciate all you guys have subscribed recently. I've been putting a lot of work into these videos, so it's great to see some people, coming in, commenting, liking. I really appreciate all you guys who have, come in to stop by to say something, who have subscribed to the channel. It really, really means a lot. I want to say I'm really grateful for all you guys' support. But that's going to be all for today's video. If you have yet to subscribe, if you've yet to like this video, make sure you do that. And I'll see you guys on the next one, and go Pack Go.